Well, hello everyone. Cheers again. We're going to be getting into a body doubling session right now that's a little bit different from the workout meal prep. This is going to be a combination of two things. It's going to be like a silent get work done with me style, as well as a kind of outfit try-ons. We're going to break it up into two segments. First, I'm going to get everything set up. So I'm actually going to show you guys my process when it comes to adding things for my Amazon live stream, because I'm not live on Amazon yet. I'm getting everything set up. But where basically the goal is to just be productive in this next like hour-ish or so, hour and 15 minutes. I'm going to be going through my emails, going through some task list things, following up with some different contacts, and also creating some content as well for a COOFANDY partnership that I have. But first, I'm going to get like one of the outfits I'm actually wearing right now is one of the ones we're doing. So you guys can see I finished up a workout before, and this is their kind of matching tracksuit, but it's somewhat of a like I call it the Santa Claus outfit. I think it's perfect for the holiday time of year as well as even for Valentine's Day. But the cool thing I like about this is I've been on coaching calls after my workout. So I went right from working out, changed into this, jump on my coaching calls. I feel like it's a great fit. It's very comfortable. This is an extra large. I'm about actually just checked my body composition this morning. So I'm about 210 pounds. I'm 6 foot. So to give you an idea of how things fit, here we go. Now, what I'm also going to do is I'm going to scan this and scan the other clothes I got in and then get my Amazon live stream set up as well. So let's see if I can get this to, nope, scanning the wrong thing. Let's see if we can get this to, bam, pull up. Yeah, perfect. COOFANDY tracksuit. Look at that. So I love technology and I love these different pieces because it pretty much gets things in. Now, this isn't exactly the one I wanted. It's slightly off, but we're going to add it in here because it's very close. And then I'm going to just go back. Let's see, COOFANDY. This is it with the zipper, right? Close, but still not it. It's getting there. We're getting closer. COOFANDY for sure. And then we're going to, so this is like literally part of my workflow. So you guys are literally just following along with my like workflow state of how I do these things. So usually what happens is when I work with a brand, they will send me the ASINs or links, but I'm actually, the partnership I'm doing with COOFANDY is on their website, not via Amazon. So I don't even know if this actual outfit is going to be on Amazon. They have a tremendous amount of clothes on Amazon, but I think this one might just be purely on their website. So let's double check. Let's see. That one. Check this one. And then what we're going to do is I'm going to take a picture of some of the other ones I'm going to get changed. And you guys can even vote on what you like, what you don't like. But this is, and again, all of these can be anything from like coaching sessions. I think of this as a reward to myself, right? Reward for crushing on the consistency in my workouts. If you're thinking about gifting someone something, this can fit along with that as well. All right, so I'm just going to get it set up on Amazon as well. And yeah, we'll not worry about those pieces, and I'll add it in after the fact. I'll let my, this is the cool part about, thank you to my team, by the way, for Liz and Walraj and everyone else that's like helping on the content side. Thank you guys. You guys help when it comes to this, so I don't have to deal with all the like finding the products and all that goodness. So we're gonna get this set up right now. Boom, we'll drop it down. Shabam. Flip this camera around. And there we go. Perfect. So I'm going to let that kick in, and then we'll get the outfit change, and we're going to go through. I have pretty much 4 outfits I'm going to go through here, and then we're going to go into the workflow state. I'm even going to unbox a couple things, and we'll take it from there. But yeah, this is my first like outfit of the day change or possibility as far as an outfit of the day. This one to me, I call it the Santa special. You know, again, very Santa Christmas theme as well as Valentine's Day option. This is size extra large. I'm 6 foot, about 210 pounds right now, to give you ideas how it fits. But again, overall, I really like they're comfortable. I've worked with COOFANDY for many, many years now. It's going on, I think, 3 years, if not 2. But now let's change into our next outfit. Again, also, if you can't tell, I like the tracksuit options that they have. So I have quite a few different tracksuits that I will be trying on. Now, some of these, I'll be honest, sometimes COOFANDY will send me things that I wouldn't think to try unless they picked it. But these I actually picked out myself because I wanted to try a couple of these. Like this next one I'm going to put on is a combination of a tracksuit I like, but also a possible option I wouldn't really think about. And I just realized I don't have a shirt on underneath this. So what we're going to do is first, I'm going to just rock it without the shirt, and I'm probably going to put a shirt on under it because this one is like meant to have obviously some kind of, maybe I can actually get away with just doing it like this. Yeah, this is, again, it's meant to be a blazer, so you're going to want to have like a shirt on underneath, but I'm just rocking it without. I think I can even get away with this if I was not necessarily jumping on coaching calls. I would put a shirt on underneath, but like hanging around the house, this is super comfortable, cozy, sweats, comfy. Again, these are extra large. Everything I got for this order was extra large. Again, I'm 6 foot, about 210 pounds. So to give you ideas on the fitting and the size of it. But I like tracksuits. I don't know if it's because I'm from New York or Italian or I don't know. I don't know what it is, but I just like them in general. This is an interesting one. I'm going to throw on actually a sweater or some kind of shirt underneath. You know what? I'm going to do two things. I'm going to grab a shirt to throw on under this to try this out. So I will be right back, as well as grab my coffee because we need that extra caffeine and coffee boost. We got also can't forget the coffee. Now I'm gonna just throw on a shirt underneath this as well. And again, honestly, I just literally grabbed like the first clean shirt I could find in my laundry, which isn't what I would traditionally wear with this outfit. I would probably wear a different style shirt. This is literally like a gym workout shirt that I got, but it's clean, and I think it'll do the job for what I'm looking for here. Just have something underneath so you can kind of see the impact of the actual blazer-esque style. So even on, dude, I gotta say, even just rocking my Rogue shirt underneath this, I could totally pull this off on a coaching call. I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of impressed. Good job, COOFANDY. Okay, I could totally pull this off. Now I'm gonna tie up my strings here. I'll just tuck them in. I don't have that looseness, but like, yeah, I feel like I could totally go out. Again, I would probably have a different shirt on under this, going out on a date. But again, this could be another great option. Very comfortable. I could possibly even go to a large. I just like kind of a little bit of looseness. I already threw these in the wash. This is what it's going to be. But yeah, you got your pockets both on the blazer style as well as here. I could probably even, honestly, I could work out this. I wouldn't work out with this top on, but the sweatpants for sure. This I could technically do it, but with the buttons I probably wouldn't do it. It wouldn't be the look. But honestly, I like this as well. This is another great like outfit option I think we can have. Let's try the next one here. This probably is going to be my favorite. This next color is definitely going to be my favorite of all of these. As far as the fit and color combo. Oh yeah, just like the feel of the material here. One thing I will say is, in general, I've been working on doing more like cotton and friendlier types of linen material, which this COOFANDY doesn't always have. They have a variety of different blends and different pieces to it, which I will usually look for like 55 or more of a percentage of cotton or from a material like. But this is probably my favorite tracksuit and outfit I've gotten from them in this pack, and maybe like of all of the ones I got, the color combo Yeah, I don't know if I would button it all up, but yeah, this is so cozy. This is nice. Yes, I think this one is my favorite for sure. And what's funny actually is my my sister in law sent a picture to Carrie um, from the movie. I think it's Nona. It's like a movie about a restaurant with Vince Vaughn and I forget the other character, but he's like wearing a tracksuit. Like this is like, dude, that's like Mike's tracksuit. That's totally like Mike, except this dude had hair. I do not have hair, obviously, but I think this is for sure my favorite one. Great fit. And again, this is extra large as well. So those are pretty much the outfits. I got one more sweater I'm going to throw on that we're just going to swap. And I'm probably going to honestly end up rocking this one for the rest of the stream. Just show you this one, just from a sweater perspective. I really, this is like, if it wasn't for the tracksuit, this would probably have been my favorite thing I got from it. Because look how nice this is. It's just super cozy. And my sister was saying it's a little bit bougie. I don't know about that. But yeah, I feel like, again, you just wear like a nice clean shirt underneath. And you can just rock this on top with a pair of jeans, khakis, and you're good to go. Like this is something I can throw on when it's a little chilly out. And there we are. We get the full button. This is like, reminds me of when I'm going into like New York City, going into Manhattan, like button it all the way up to get like my neck and like tucking myself in because it is chilly out there sometimes. You want to be able to have that. But yeah, this is honestly, I just like the design of it. It's a slick feel. So what I'm going to end up doing is I'm going to make a little like video series on this, but this was just some of the different outfits that you can match, some great, hopefully, ideas for you guys to get for yourself or for a loved one. And to me, the idea is if you've been crushing it at the gym, sometimes getting yourself a nice little reward. It doesn't always have to be like a costly thing every single time, every week or every workout. But let's say you've been crushing it for a month or 2 months or even 100 days straight. You want to get yourself a little outfit update because usually what I find happens is when we've had a client crushing their goals and they lose 20, 30 pounds of body fat, they have to get a new outfit. They have to update their wardrobe. So doing that as a reward to yourself, that's one of the things I honestly warn people or advise them on is like, hey, make sure you set a budget aside for after you've hit your goal because you're going to update your entire wardrobe. Or you might already have some clothes that you want to fit back into, and that's fine. But a lot of times you want to get some new fashion, some new things. So this could be a great option. I really am a fan of COOFANDY, honestly. Yes, they're a sponsor, but even I've worked with them as a sponsor and not. I've actually bought this for myself. I've bought their clothes for family as well as for friends. I just really enjoy their stuff. So anyways, that's the kind of outfit try-on side of it. Now it's time to just get to work. This is where we're going to do like little silent body doubling styled kind of approach where I'm literally just going to be getting into the work side. You guys can follow along. Come along with me, get some work done with me, as it were. Let's just kind of adjust this angle here. Boom. And yeah, it's time to just get some work done, honestly. I get to go through my emails now. I get to, well, actually, one thing I'm going to do before I do that, I wanted to unbox this. So we're going to do a little bit of an unboxing here because I do have this on my Amazon shop. And this did come in from a sponsor. So this was one I wanted to open. You know what I'm going to do? Let me get a pair of scissors for this. It's just easier to open with scissors. So let's do that. All right, so we'll get this bad boy open. Also, one of the things I realized I always like to have with my coffee is my protein. If you guys have ever watched any of my content, you already know that. You already know what's up. Which, speaking of which, cheers. And I also got my Premier protein I'm going to throw in. I just went through my Pure protein. The reason I like the Pure protein actually a little bit more, it's got 4 grams of fiber, less than a gram of sugar, 140 calories, versus the Premier protein has 160 calories, which is still fine. 30 grams of protein, great. No fiber, though. 1 gram of sugar, not the end of the world. But I like to get in fiber and protein wherever I can, however I can for the most part. So shout out to them. All right, let's bust out our scissors here. And let's open this up. So I always like to see, like, if you're going to need a pair of scissors, I like to know that ahead of time. So for those of you, if you're going to order this thermal printer, you are going to need a pair of scissors. Also, thank you comes with a user manual. This is one I'm probably going to have to read. I am excited to have a thermal printer I'm actually going to be able to use. I don't even know what this is for, but yeah, label printer. Boom. Getting this set up. Yeah, it's going to be pretty clutch for, like, again, I like sending out my hats, sending out different packages, all that good stuff. Smartphone app setup. You just scan it. There you go. I appreciate that, making it easy for me. And I'm going to be sending out some actual, like, letters this time of year. So this is going to be like perfect timing on printing, using this thermal printer for, yeah, no ink, no toner, thermal tech, and sending out stamps. We got our plugs, power sources. Okay, nothing too crazy here. We're just going to have that basic plug-in, regular outlet friendly. Let's look at the size of this. This is the biggest thing I really appreciate from a label maker perspective, how much space this can take up. Doesn't look like much as far as spacing wise that it's going to take up. Let's see if this gives a little preview here. Just looks like we pop this open. Boom. Has a little text preview. This is a sample print for factory texting or testing, I should say. So this has already been tested. It just kind of shows you the setup. Yeah, this is super space efficient. Something I want to keep literally right here on my desk. Be able to print out different labels. Not have to worry about ink or anything like that. Send my packages out. Again, nothing too crazy or sexy, but just I'm excited to have this and get this set up so that when I want to send out my, like, packages, different letters, I can print out the labels for them, like sending out hats, for example, my LOF hats, the ones that you can't buy on the Amazon or TikTok shop or our Printful shop, the ones that you have to earn. We have an apparel line you can totally buy, and I love the support from it for you guys. However, we also have a line, a very specific line that you cannot buy. It has to be gifted. Now, lastly, what do we got under here? This is our label holder. Oh, okay. You got a whole, like, little label holder set up here. So it's going to just take up a little bit more room, take up a little bit more space. I'll get that set up as well. Today's going to be a day to go through this as I'm getting my desk organized, which I'll be doing later. But first, I get to go through my emails. If there is enough time and I've gone through all my emails, I'll also have you guys walk through getting my desk set up with me. But for now, let's get into the emails. Okay. Scissors always clutch. All-purpose, multi-purpose scissors. Okay. Now the fun of going through emails is, I'm just going to move my phone here because one of the things I like is to have, like, clear space on my laptop while I'm going through my emails. So again, now it's just like kind of silently working, going through things. I'm going to use my watch. We're going to set a timer. We're going to go for 25 minutes. We're going to take a 3-minute break at the end of that, and then we'll go for another 25 minutes. So this is like Pomodoro style timer. Actually, I think I have the Pomodoro. Yeah, I do. I have Pomodoro timer right here. Look, boom, perfect. I've got my Pomodoro timer set, 25 minutes. Let's rock, y'all. Time to go through emails. And then again, I'll have this pulled up to the side. So if you guys do have questions, you let me know in the chat and in the comments. Okay. And one of the strategies I utilize when it comes to my emails, just to share with you, is I check my emails every Monday and Friday. Sometimes I check in between, depending on the importance of what I'm expecting. But I found it really helpful to have just set times and having an autoresponder that tells people, hey, I'm not going to be checking my email until this day and this date. So, boom. Okay. Okay. What is this? This is. I'm always curious too, like, what do you guys have as far as a system? If you have a system, feel free to share as well. I'm always curious, like, what works for people. Ooh, let's see. Just spoke about dots. Happy Koba. Okay, close that out. Second. Yeah, my personal email is the one that's always got the most emails. I would think my business email would, but personal one's always the one that gets slammed. every time. Okay. No, we don't need that. Don't need that. Okay. Mark. Ooh, Smashing Pumpkins. Dude, I love that one. Kudos on that comment making me chuckle. I left it back at your mom's house. It's not such a great comeback, by the way, when someone asks you something like that. Like, for example, hey, where's your hair? It's like, oh, I left it at your mom's house. That's such an old school, like, but it works, man. It's a dad joke style comeback, but I appreciate the comments nonetheless. But Smashing Pumpkins, good reference. Do enjoy that. Okay. Let's see. Voicemail. Okay, message. Nancy. Dude, that's another great comment too. I appreciate that one, Will. That makes me chuckle. I appreciate you guys making me chuckle on this one. I'm gonna make one just now. I'm gonna make an account just for that, just so I can have some more chuckles. Okay. Start engine. I get such interesting emails about different like contract opportunities. Did you know that there's coaches for pretty much everything? Like I'm just seeing one for a marriage coach, not even counseling, coach, marriage coach, not counselor, not therapist, marriage coach. Passionate and dedicated marriage coach to support couples in strengthening their relationships and overcoming challenges. That makes sense why that would be there, but I love that you can literally be a coach in anything. If there's something you need, there is a coach for it somewhere in the world. And if there isn't yet, there's about to be. Okay. Okay, that's right. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay. Oh, nice. I'm getting that package today too. Sweet. Oh, hey, what's up, Dina? I'm good. How you doing? Thanks for popping in. Always good to see you. Happy New Year, by the way. Change that. There we go. What's up, y'all? Let's see if we've gotten any fun comments that are making me chuckle. Doesn't look like it, but I appreciate the chuckle-oriented ones. Let's see. Public library. Hanging in there, living a group home. Whoa, how's that? Do you have a don't you have a daughter as well? You know? How's she doing? Looks like that. So that's what? That's personal email. Nice. Okay. Okay, that one's done. It feels so good to check things off your list. That's one thing I recommend when you're doing like any kind of task oriented time cycle. Have like a checklist. So I like having my planner and just like crossing things off as you're doing them. It feels so good to just like get things done. Where's my pen? I don't have a pen in here. How do I not have a pen? This is where I get to like, reorganize my desk because I know there's a pen here somewhere. I just cannot find it. I'll get to cross that off my list. Okay. Okay. Oh, nice. Ooh. She's married. Ooh, she's married, living here. I like it. That's awesome. Congratulations. Congrats to your daughter, by the way, Dina. Ooh, nice. So I'm curious, has anyone used adjustable kettlebells versus standard? That's like I'm actually in a Reddit thread right now because I was posting about it. Morning, all. What's up, Carrie? And I was looking at adjustable kettlebells versus regular standard kettlebells because I've used adjustable dumbbells before and I love them. I think they're great, but I haven't really used the bells of steel. That's what they're saying. Bells of steel adjustable. Oh wow, yeah, that's actually really legit the way they have this set up. That's interesting. So So I was just kind of like going through the comments on that. Since I'm going through my emails, like I obviously see the comments on that. Let's see. I'm curious if anyone messes around with like kettlebells, adjustable, non-adjustable. Not many people are online. Yeah, I mean, I would speculate just because like during the traditional like workflow day, maybe people. You mean like people aren't like online live streaming or just like on this live stream or chatting? What do you mean? You know, I'm speculating probably because people like working and whatnot, but hopefully they're getting some value from the body doubling dynamic of productivity. You know what I mean? Okay. Let's see. Okay, that's okay. That's LOF. Boom. I gotta go through this email. How's it going, by the way, Carrie? I saw your comment. Good morning. Good morning. I'll mute that. Okay. Let's see. Easy mistake before bear about. Thanks. Okay. Oh, that's pretty slick. Okay. Invoice. Let's see if I can do this from here. Skip for now. Okay. My favorite. Okay. Looks like we got emails. How are we doing on time? Ooh, I got like 9 minutes left in this workflow. Okay. go through that. I might even have time to film what I was thinking for this content series. So let's kind of see what we could do. I'll pop it right over here actually, so I can pour myself. Nice. I love, dude. There's something about look at that. Oh, so good. I love a good French press. There's just something so nice about it. And I personally love doing a French press and then immediately getting like I associate it to like productivity, getting stuff done. So it's my move. Yes. Yes. Let's get stuff done, y'all. Okay. Okay. Okay, let's check. Let's see what else we got here. Okay, got that. Yes. Team. Okay. Group. Okay. Boom, 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 boom. Let's see. How far is that? 15 hours. Whoa. Way too far. Let's see. right, we got about 2 minutes in this workflow. Pam. All right, so that is our first workflow. We're going to take a 3-minute break. And one of the things I like to do in body doubling sessions when we take a break is to basically just pair it with some breathing and some movement to help, especially when it comes to like the ADHD oriented or the neurodivergent oriented brain chemistry. Just sometimes movement and resetting can be really impactful. So we're just going to take a couple deep breaths here. One of the things I will invite is whether you want to keep your eyes open or closed is up to you, but you're going to inhale through your nose, out through your mouth. And however long you inhale, the goal is to exhale twice as long. So if I'm inhaling for 2, trying to exhale for 4. Whatever feels good for you, that's what we're going to do for the next 30 to 60 seconds. Just one of the other things I've learned from yoga as well and doing different types of yoga practice with Carrie and breath work is one hand on the chest, one hand on the diaphragm or stomach area. So you can see you're breathing more with your diaphragm or you're breathing more with your chest. The goal is to breathe more with our diaphragm. So that's what should be moving more. My hand on my stomach region should be the one that's going in and out versus my chest more than anything, not as efficient or as deep into the breath. Let's do one more here. All right, so yeah, that's about like a minute. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna pair that with some breathing. So one of the things that I'm going to do is we're gonna do a standing variation for our breath work today. And I'm going to just kind of pair this with a kind of hamstring hinge variation. But what we're going to do is we're going to match our breath where we exhale, round, touch our toes, inhale, come up flat. I find this really helpful, matching the breath, especially seated. Hamstrings get tight. So getting to loosen that out, stretch the back is really helpful. Do one more here. Oh, all right. So that's already pretty much right at about 3 minutes. We take a quick bathroom break, come back in, go into round 2 of our Pomodoro timer, and get some more of that productivity done. I'm going to go potty break. We'll be right back and jump into the rest. Let's get into round number 2 of our Pomodoro timer and our workflow here, and then we're going to wrap it up. I've got about, perfect timing, 25 minutes before I have to jump into my next call. So that is spot on from a timing perspective. And again, if you guys find this helpful, let me know. I always love to hear if it's preference for workout style body doubling. If you like this kind of silent work along with me, if you prefer the meal prep combination of these things. I also, if no one comments, I tend to just run it off the numbers and the analytics of like who's engaging, what kind of value do we see from that? And any requests, feel free to share as well. But with that being said, let's get round number 2 here. We're rocking 25 minutes on the clock. Let's see what we got. Like 20 more minutes here, y'all. Then we're bringing it home. When I got just the right amount of battery left on my backup phone, too. That is clutch. Okay. Let's see where are we at. This is gonna be a fun one. Let's see how many tasks do we have due today. 119 that are overdue, 5 that are due today. Not bad. This is the fun part. Oh yeah, let's get that. Yes. Here it is. Okay. Let's see what's up with this Oink for influencers. What we got. Who's familiar with Oink as a Google? Is this Google Chrome extension? I'm gonna have to break this down. Let's see. Chatting with Liz. Okay. Let's see what we got here. Okay, let's fetch that storefront data. Okay. All right, already some cool stuff. So this is just like, again, this is some of the things I get to do on my Mondays. Like, what are the software and systems and programs that are worthwhile going through? Another thing I'm going to go through is actually have an audio message I'm going to listen to from one of my influencers that we're collaborating on. Here we go. Let's see what Rose has to say. Checking with Rose. What's up, Rose? Let's see if this is even going to play. This is like sent weird.
Sorry, I didn't mean to not. It's just been like an insane, like day or two. I basically found out my absent father was body was found in a hotel. So I've been just dealing with that. Like I said, life be just life, and there's it just leaves no rock unturned. I swear. But if you need my insurance information, I could like shoot that over, and then like I said, we could always like go play around with those ideas. I just figured I like almost kind of like jot them down for myself because I would forget, but then you can kind of see how you would like those ideas and like how they could work for both of us. But I hope you guys had a Merry Christmas, and keep me posted. And like I said, if you need my ID information to see if you want to start running that, I don't think they will because I feel like they're just so terrible. It's health first through Medicaid. But I mean, you guys might know like a cheat code, so it might be worth.
Okay, cool. And then let's check my calendar. Let's check the calendar too. This is where we get to always check the calendar. Everything lives on the calendar. So I got, okay. Tomorrow at 10 a.m. It is Saturday. Okay. Okay. Also, this is where you guys get to see a little behind the scenes checking a little bit, including not only with my team, but with what I'm messaging to some of my other peeps. Let's go. I know. Okay, so I could do that tomorrow. Why can't I send audio? Oh, it's because that makes sense. I'm already recording. I was going to send an audio message, but since my mic is connected over here, it's not going to let me. Right. All right, let's see. What do we got? Okay, like 7 more minutes. Team check in. Okay. Fascinating. That's crazy. Okay. Let's see. How do I transcribe this? Okay. Damn. Where are we at? We got like 2 more minutes, y'all. And we're going to bring this sucker home. Okay, I got that. Oh, okay. I got to. All right, y'all. We got 1 more minute on this workflow. I start to wrap it up, and then I'm going to jump into my next round of coaching calls and meetings and appointments for the rest of the day. Okay. All right. All right. And that is pretty much our time, y'all. So I'm going to wrap up this body doubling session, going to get ready to jump on my next coaching call and my meetings. Thanks for everybody hanging out, dropping by. Hopefully you enjoyed not only checking out the outfits I got in from COOFANDY. Shout out to them. We're going to be rolling out a video shortly here on YouTube as well as Instagram. Some more collabs. And again, as always, I'm really excited. We are now accepting health insurance for our coaching. So if you guys want to learn more about that, check out our websites. We'll be doing more body doubling style sessions privately in small groups through our insurance-based programs and coaching, which is another cool thing to leverage. But as always, we're going to be live streaming. I'll be back. Most likely I'll be back tomorrow. And then we have our office hours on Sunday as per usual. But with that being said, deuces, y'all. I'll see y'all later. Thanks for dropping.